$10. $10 is what they got away with. Police say the men walked through these front doors of the lobby and assaulted and robbed that 56-year-old man. But the good news, it was all caught on surveillance. I just spoke with the fire chief a few seconds ago as he was on his way out. He tells me that a few trucks will remain here through the night, and they will do another assessment in the morning as they still try and figure out the cause. People who work at this barber shop say that client's been coming here since he was 5 years old, and once he got a haircut he didn't like, a fight broke out. Police are actually holding us back from the actual search area. You see them behind us blocking off the road. We are about a quarter-mile away from Indian Wells Beach. It happened next to the Parkchester train stop in broad daylight. The attack so vicious, the 65-year-old victim remains in the hospital. Firefighters have been here for almost 5 hours now working on this fire. They tell me started on the first floor and then worked its way up. Police say the driver was coming westbound here on Midland Boulevard, turned right onto Highland, missed the roadway, and look where he landed, in a construction site. They say he ran over a 37-year-old construction worker, breaking both of his legs before finally coming to rest. No one would have known about the teacher's actions because it happened more than a decade ago. But once it was posted on Facebook, the district got involved. Take a look at the damage. This fence is still bent over. These bricks completely dislodged. This entire front yard ruined. And now we're getting to see the crash play out in real time. There we go. Coney Island today is 95 years old. The city celebrated its 95th birthday, and obviously Coney Island is well known for its beach and its rides, but the city wants more people coming out for other cool attractions. David, I know you wanted to come out and compete, and you weren't able to make it, so I'll just bring you back a hat. Hopefully I can do better.
Good looking out, Wale. Yeah. Thank you, man, because you're absolutely right.
David, this entire patio and parking lot was underwater a couple hours ago. It's now receded, but this river right over here rose so quickly from this morning's storm that it actually filled up this entire street. In fact, police just reopened it, but it was so bad. Here in Hackensack alone, the Hackensack Fire Department tells us they had to rescue more than 40 people. Listen as this driver yells to nearby rescue crews that he can't turn around because his car has too much water inside. Onlookers can't believe he tried to get through. Looks like he's stuck.
You know what they say? Don't drown, turn around, something like that.
Rescue crews eventually wade into the water and guide him to safety. We found several other drivers who gave it a go, some who got stuck, and others who made it through the rising water. What were you thinking trying to get through there?
I have no other way. I have to go. I was looking at the levels of the tire. It wasn't going to get into the car, so I said I'd take a chance.
But you drove by a car that was stuck, though. You saw that, right?
Yeah, but I mean, I know what this truck can do.
In Hawthorne, we found more drivers on flooded roads who ignored warning signs.
I will see a little bit because I don't know it's very high.
Yeah. The water here gushing from Goffle Brook. You can see the tires of that truck completely submerged in the water. This water has also toppled over that dumpster, and I feel bad for anyone living in this apartment complex. They're absolutely trapped, no way for them to get out. And then fire crews had to rescue the man who works in this building. He went into work today and tried to leave and couldn't get out.
It was easy coming in. Then I come out to get lunch and I just see all this water over here. It's crazy. It floods, but never seen it like this before.
Residents here say they haven't seen the water rise this fast since 2012.
This hasn't happened since Sandy.
And it wasn't just streets that were flooded, but homes and businesses too. In fact, this restaurant owner tells me that they spent the entire day cleaning up debris like this and pumping out water. In fact, it got so bad they had to miss their entire lunch hour. They are, however, now open for dinner. For now, it's the very latest here in Hackensack tonight. Wale Aliyu, News 4 New York.
Imagine not being able to escape the cold. It's happening to a lot of people in public housing right now. No heat inside their homes on a night like this. And now several agencies, they're turning the heat up on the City Housing Association. News 4's Wale Aliyu has that story from the Morsania section of the Bronx.
Can you please turn on our heat?
6-year-old Nathan Alvarez and his siblings have found a way to continue smiling, but their requests are very serious.
We don't have no heat, and it's really cold in this house.
I want to show you how cold it gets. We're on the 3rd floor of a NYCHA development, and look at this as I pull up the blinds. What do you see? That's ice. Literally ice on the inside of the window.
So within this month and last month,
My bills put together, that's $600 worth of light.
That's because she's had to find alternative ways to heat up her home.
So I'm up basically turning the heater on and off throughout the night because I'm scared of a fire. So I'm not getting any sleep.
I feel bad for them, you know. I wouldn't want to be out of heat, that's for sure. And to have to go somewhere else, it's not comfortable.
On one of the coldest nights of the season, emergency management knocked on every door in this building to offer them a free bus ride to a nearby shelter to stay warm for the night.
Right now, we're working on setting up cots. We'll have blankets available, warm food.
NYCHA says they will be doing piping work until Sunday to get the heat and hot water back on, even if it's at low pressure.
When is this going to get fixed? When are we going to have heat? You understand? So we're going to be like this all winter?
Residents say that's not good enough, and it's been cold like this for 5 years.
They keep saying that there is heat, there is heat. There is no heat.
When tenants are deprived of heat and hot water, that's not an inconvenience. That's a tenant emergency.
Comptroller Scott Stringer is now auditing NYCHA. In his audit, he found almost half of NYCHA's boilers are defective.
I go under the blanket and then sometimes I go in front of the heater.
NYCHA blames their aging infrastructure. In the Bronx, Wale Aliyu, News 4, New York.
They were the U.S. military's first African-American fighter pilots who battled in the skies over Europe during World War II. Now, 70 years later, the possible remains of a Tuskegee airman may have been discovered in the Alps.
News 4's Wale Aliyu spoke with the pilot's family, who's hoping the discovery can finally bring them closure.
These are some of the pictures in front of the plane. And how I can tell which one my father is that he's the tallest one.
Marla Andrews' wall completely decorated, a tribute to her father's incredible career. Her dad, a Tuskegee airman, part of the legendary African-American military pilots who fought during World War II.
This is the Purple Heart that that's one of his medals.
Andrews was 15 months old, her dad 24. It's around Christmas, during the last year of World War II. Captain Lawrence Dixon's plane went down near Austria. Her dad would never be seen again after his 68th mission.
After 2 more missions, he would have come home in R&R.
That part of the story really hurts Andrews because she says his white counterparts got their rest and relaxation after 50 missions.
Out of all the things that I regret, I think one of them is that he had to serve in a segregated division of the Army.
73 years later, Andrews got an unexpected call from the Army saying they excavated human remains found with a missing World War II plane near Austria. A spokesperson from the Army says it's likely Captain Dixon, but they're telling Andrews not to get her hopes up because the testing could take months.
I can't imagine it being more devastating than it's already been. When a person misses their mother or father, it never goes away. So how much worse can it get?
Andrews is hanging on to some hope.
This was the certificate of graduation.
While hanging up some memories, the only ones she has left.
I'm not the only one that this has ever happened to. There's, millions of people who've experienced this over the centuries, men and their family going to war and never coming back.
In East Orange, Wale Aliyu, News 4 New York.